TV. Today we're up close with one of the most sought-after producers in the music industry, Chucky Thompson. Welcome and thank you for taking time out.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get right to the chase. I know you are a music prodigy. I know you were beating on pots and pans when you were a toddler. And you're a self-taught musician that plays numerous instruments, right? I know you play the piano, and what else?
Guitar, bass, drums, organ, trombone, jack of all trades.
All of it. So obviously music is in your blood, but how did you get into the whole producing side?
I got into producing when I realized what a producer does, which is basically organizing musicians. I mean, it basically is just organizing myself. I play all these different instruments and, you know, just focused on basically just listening to records, listening to Quincy Jones, Barry White, just different icons in the game. It just helped shape who I was.
And how did you sell your first track?
That's a weird story. Because I live right around the corner from Howard University. And you know, there's a couple of groups, a couple of acts that were going to Howard, and they found out that I was right around the corner from them. And they just come to the basement, you know, and get tracks. And for me practicing, I would call it practicing, and just trying to figure myself out, I wound up getting a group signed, which was the Born Americans. And that was early 90s. And then from that situation, just looking at where the industry was, you know, looking at where the industry was going. You know, Teddy Riley was coming up into age. I basically patterned myself behind him, you know, and you know, along with the music is one thing, but then also it's the connections and making sure you make, you know, meet and talk to the right people.
Right. So it's all about relationships. Exactly. You always said, you know, I'm dying to ask about one is Mary J. Blige, because when you did her album, My Life, you were really contracted to do 1.5 songs. How did it go from that to the whole album?
Well, I mean, I was just lucky. I mean, at the particular time that she was working on that album, previous producers who took her to 3 million. She wanted to use them, and they pretty much came back with weird numbers, you know, outlandish numbers, and I was just in the right place at the right time. And I was able to, I mean, Diddy, pretty much, you know, just championed the whole situation. He came back and said, look, yo, we got a chance to do this whole album. And I'm like, all right, well, you ain't saying nothing, let's go. So, I mean, one song turned into an opportunity to do her whole album, which was a lot of pressure on me at the time. But, I mean, it was fun. Definitely fun.
Yeah, you were quoted saying that you were just trying to produce an okay album.
Yeah.
But that okay album now is a classic.
Yeah.
So, okay, my second artist that I want to ask about is the late Biggie. I know you've worked with him. What was that experience like?
To me, Big was just, you know, I'm gonna be real. I'm a big guy. But we had that bond as big guys, you know. He saw me, he met me. I'm from DC, from Brooklyn. And it was a vibe that just carried over to, okay, you know, Chuck is cool. I'm like, okay, Big is cool. You know, I know he's dope. I know he's different from New York at the time. And, I mean, one thing just led to another. You know, it came from me understanding who he was as a man, you know, and him understanding me as a producer and somebody that's not from New York, and understanding that it's a whole music world out here.
Right.
And that premise is what created like a record like Big Papa. Because he's from New York, I'm from DC, and here we come with a LA vibe, like player vibe record. You know? So it was just... can I say?
The perfect
I cherish,
chemistry.
I cherish that.
I know you've produced many tracks and worked with many different artists. If you had to pick like the top 2 artists that you've worked with or the top 2 songs that you've produced, what would they be?
Top 2 artists, top 2 songs. One would be My Life, Mary J. Blige. And the other would be One Mic, Nas.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. So what are you working on currently? I know you have Life Print Productions where you...
Well, it's kind of changing from that. Actually, I have Parkside Entertainment.
Okay, Parkside Entertainment currently.
Yeah. And what I'm working on now is I've signed a pop group from DC. I don't know if you know of Sammy K, who's 99.5, The Kane Show. And
the Little Sammy?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I know.
So I got Sammy's group is signed to Parkside. And then I have another group, a rap group out of Queens.
Okay.
There's a group called Deuce Trey Deuce. And it's 3 brothers. And it's like the next coming of a Tribe Called Quest. But it's like, you know, it's mixed with hip hop and also pop. And they're bilingual, so it's like a lot of things going on with them. So
wonderful.
That's like the next level.
My favorite question. What does living at the next level mean to you?
Living at the next level means, to me, just being able to just relax, man, and not have to worry, you know, not have to think about. But see, the hard part about that is I love my job. So I mean, people always ask me, you know, what do you do to relax?
I want to
my
relax.
job, you know, it's love. So I don't know. The next level for me is just is to see the next coming of producers or writers or artists that are under my tutelage and just see them take over the game.
Right. It's time to reach back down.
Yeah, real talk.
Well, how can our fans reach you? I know you're on Twitter and Facebook, right?
Exactly. My Twitter is ChuckLife at 365. Is it at ChuckLife 365? Yeah. And my Facebook is just Chucky Thompson. So check me out. Holla back. You know, church. Whatever.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Well, Chucky happens to be my birthday twin too. We have the same birthday.
Yeah.
So happy belated birthday.
Veronica Bang right here. You know what I mean?
That's the nickname that he gave me. Well, thank you so much for watching us today. Until the next time, always live your life at the next level.
Good talk.